Hey Queens, let me tell you things about my old school that it didn't make no sense. Like it didn't make sense to the common person, but maybe to the people that were writing the rules, maybe did. Okay, the first on my list is no speaking of vernacular. For a school that is in Nigeria, what do you mean no speaking of vernacular? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why can't I speak Yoruba? Why can't I speak Igbo? Why can't I speak Hausa? It doesn't make sense. Why is it really? It just makes sense. The second one is no lip gloss or laying of edges. Okay. Why? What you want me to look like chapped monster, walking around looking ashy, looking like my lips can ignite a fire? That's crazy. That's so crazy though. Like, think about it here. What do you mean no lip gloss? What do you mean no laying of edges? Okay. I don't know, it feels like self-it. I can't lie. Second one is you either barb your hair or you make your hair. I understand it here, but the thing now is that if you want to transition from barbing hair to making hair, obviously your hair has to grow. But if your hair has reached a certain length, you have to cut it. Like if you're growing out your hair, yeah, they'll be like, oh, your hair is too much, cut it. And you're like, no, I want to make my hair. And I'm like, well, make your hair, but your hair is too short to be braided, but to them it's too long. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it's too long to be braided. I'm sorry, it's too long to be like walking around here, but it's too short to be braided. So you have no choice but to cut it. Now that you started cutting hair, you're just in that endless cycle of cutting hair till you leave the school, which is wickedness. Wickedness. This one is very, very weird to me because there's this thing called shine your shoe. That's where you like put probably like cream, lotion or anything on your shoe to make it shiny, yeah. And it was literally banned in my school because everybody was walking around with shiny shoes. Like everybody's actually looking presentable and you banned it. Wow. Now everybody now started walking around with ashy shoes. I don't know. That's okay. Another one is that you couldn't put glitter on your clothes. Glitter is those sharp lines that you make with iron. You couldn't put it on your uniform. Like they were just against us looking nice. I can't lie. They were against everyone looking nice. They just wanted it to look like prisoners. That was so weird to me. They were literally against everyone looking nice. I was like, everybody, I can't lie to you, everybody just stopped ironing their clothes. Because you be, I can't put it up, like, no, I can't look nice. And again, some are not even intentional. Like, if you're ironing your clothes, obviously, it has to make a line, you feel me? And now, you're telling me I'll get punished for ironing my clothes? Okay. There's this thing called the incinerator. My school has 2 incinerators. And for some weird reasons, if you're late to school, you have to pick incinerator. Ew! Ew! I'm getting flashback. It's so traumatic. Oh, Jesus. My time in that school, I think I picked incinerator like 2 or 3 times. It was traumatic. Hey, God forbid. I'm looking for my. I give it to my enemy. I can't lie. I'm not repeating that shit for my enemy. Another thing was that you had to fast. Like everyone in the school had to fast from on every first Thursday of a new month. I mean, I kind of get it because it was a Baptist school, obviously, but like, and there was exceptions if you obviously have medical reasons. But some people just don't want to fast. Not me, though, but I was excited for it. I can't even lie. But like, I just feel like, oh, some people just want to eat, if you know me. And my school is split into day students and boarding students. And the boarders had no choice. I mean, day students, you can at least eat from home. The boarders had no choice. Stop. It was like, don't start begging this student for food. My talk shop was closed. It's not like you could buy anything. Like, dude. I think that's all for now. If I can't remember anymore, then I'll make it part 2. Trust me. Oh, and there's also another thing. I think I can remember more. When I wanted to like enter the school, like I gained admission into the school year, I got to get my uniform, my shoe, because the school had branded shoes, branded socks, branded uniform, branded everything. So when I went to get my, uniform and all, they gave me a book full of rules. I kid you not, the book was like this thick. It was not that thick, it was more of like a booklet, but it had fine writing, few the rules. They're like about 120 rules. I'm like, what? I'm just signing up for like a military, whatever. I'm just here to come and learn. But it was such a fun experience. I love the Scotia. Like I said before, if I remember anyone, trust me, I'll make a part 2. Bye, guys.